Once there was a lady named Sakshi who was sitting in her house and reading the newspaper, and then she finds something interesting.
Third tranche of Prime Minister Swanidhi scheme is on. What is this Swanidhi scheme? Let me go to my bank branch and get to know more about the scheme so that I can educate some needy people. Hello.
Hello, madam.
I wanted to meet your branch manager so as to know more about the PM Swanidhi scheme which I recently saw in newspaper. Can I meet your manager?
Sure, madam. Our manager has gone for a visit. Meanwhile, can we have a cup of coffee?
That's my pleasure.
This is our manager, Miss Priya.
Hello, madam. Please let me know what information you wanted from me. Recently I got to see about PM Swanidhi scheme in newspaper. I wanted to know more about the scheme. Can you please elaborate about it? Let me explain you about the PM Swanidhi scheme in detail. Street vendors represent a very important constituent of the urban informal economy and play a significant role in ensuring availability of the goods and services at affordable rates at the doorstep of the city dwellers. They are known as vendors, hawkers, etc. in different areas or contexts. The goods supplied by them include vegetables, fruits, ready-to-eat street food, tea, pakoras, breads, eggs, textile, apparel, footwear, artisan products, books or stationery, etc. The services include barber shops, cobblers, pawn shops, laundry services, etc. Click next to continue. Objectives 1. To facilitate working capital loan up to Rs 10,000 in first tranche, Rs 20,000 in second tranche and Rs 50,000 in third tranche provided the first or the previous repayment if completed and closed. 2. To incentivize regular repayment. 3. To reward digital transactions. Click next to continue. Street vendors represent a very important constituent of the urban informal economy and play a significant role in ensuring availability of the goods and services at affordable rates at the doorstep of the city dwellers. They are known as vendors, hawkers. Objectives. Let us now look at the eligibility criteria of beneficiaries. The scheme is available to all street vendors engaged in vending in urban areas. The eligible vendors will be identified as per following criteria. Street vendors in possession of certificate of vending or identity card issued by urban local bodies (ULBs). The vendors who have been identified in the survey but have not been issued certificate of vending or identity card. Street vendors left out of the ULB-led identification survey or who have started vending after completion of the survey and have been issued letter of recommendation (LOR) to that effect by the ULB or Town Vending Committee (TVC), and the vendors of surrounding development or peri-urban or rural areas vending in the geographical limits of the ULBs and have been issued letter of recommendation (LOR) to that effect by the ULB or TVC. Click next to continue. Let us now look at the age criteria of street vendor. Should be an adult. No upper age limit envisaged in the scheme. However, insurance of the borrower under the PMJJBY, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, and PMSBY, Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana, may be explored with due consent of the borrower, premium of which shall be borne by the borrower themselves. Click next to continue. Let us now look at the interest subsidy. The vendors availing loan under the scheme are eligible to get an interest subsidy at 7%. Lenders will submit quarterly claims for interest subsidy for quarters ending as on June 30th, September 30th, December 31st and March 31st during each financial year. Subsidy will only be considered in respect of accounts of borrowers, which are standard, non-NPA as per extant RBI guidelines, on respective claim dates. The interest subsidy amount will be credited into the borrower's account quarterly. Click Next to continue. Let us now look at the rate of interest. In case of scheduled commercial banks, regional rural banks, RRBs, small finance banks and cooperative banks, the rates will be as per their prevailing rates of interest. In case of NBFC, MFIs etc., interest rates will be as per RBI guidelines for respective lender category. Rate of interest applicable under this scheme is RLLR plus 1.05%, as applicable to MSME loans up to Rs 2 lakh. Click Next to continue. Let us now look at the promotion of digital transaction by vendors. The scheme will incentivize digital transactions by vendors through cashback facility. The transaction trail so created will build the credit score of vendors for enhancing their future credit needs. The network of lending institutions and digital payment aggregators like NPCI, Fodhim, Paytm, Google Pay, Bharat Pay, Amazon Pay, Phone Pay etc. will be used to onboard the street vendors for digital transactions. The onboarded vendors would be incentivized with monthly cashback in the range of 50 rupees to 100 rupees. Click Next to continue. Let us now look at the credit guarantee. The scheme has a provision of credit guarantee cover for the loan sanctioned, as indicated below, to be administered by Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises, CGTMSE, which will be operated on portfolio basis. First loss default, up to 5%, 100%. Second loss, beyond 5% up to 15%, 75% of default portfolio. Maximum guarantee coverage will be 15% of the year portfolio. The guarantee coverage on subsequent cycles, up to eligible enhanced limit, will be available on the portfolio covered by CGTMSE during the scheme, available on all the third tranche loans up to March 31, 2028. Click Next to continue. Coming to the product code. Product code is 711. Please note that Udyam registration is not mandatory. Click Next to continue.
Mehsana station, and it will stop for 2 minutes.
Let us now look at the credit guarantee. The scheme has a provision of credit guarantee cover for the loan sanctioned, as indicated below, to be administered by Credit Guarantee Fund. Coming to the product code. Product code is 711. Please note that Udyam registration is not mandatory. Click Next to continue.
One more.
Regarding regular monitoring tools like visit, stock statement, and use verification etc., as it is a scheme with special dispensation supported by Government of India to help bring street vendors to mainstream banking system. No such monitoring measures including end-use verification are envisaged under the scheme. Click Next to continue. Security. Loans extended under the scheme are unsecured and guaranteed by CGTMSE without payment of any guarantee fee. Hence, no additional security other than DPN is envisaged. Click Next to continue.
अभी आधे घंटे पहुंचाऊंगा तू भी ओके क्यों आ गया सर 1 मिनट हाँ जी
Let us now look at the documentation. Click on each numbers to know more about the documentation. 1. NF 481. Take delivery letter to DPN. Click close to continue. 2. KYC documents. Click close to continue. 3. Undertaking letter, as per Annexure 1 of HO Circular 609/2021. Click close to continue. 4. NF 546. Loan specimen card. Click close to continue. Which of the following is not correct with respect to PM Swanidhi scheme? Select the correct option and click on submit.
तो वो तो अलग चीज है मैं तो किसी को कॉल नहीं करता मैं तो दोस्तों को नहीं करती आपको नहीं करती
Let us see about the first tranche of Prime Minister Swanidhi loan scheme. Eligibility criteria. Street vendors in possession of certificate of vending or identity card issued by urban local bodies ULBs. Loan amount and loan tenor. Loan amount rupees 10,000. Loan tenor is up to 12 months. Scheme code and ROI. Scheme code 113720. Rate of interest RLLR plus 1.05%. Interest subsidy and credit guarantee. Interest subsidy is 7% up to 31st of March 2028. CGTMSE coverage is available on all first tranche loans up to 31st of March 2028. Click Next to continue.
इधर चले जा सेटिंग वाला है इधर वाला सेटिंग वेस्टर्न इंडियन इधर इंडियन और वेस्टर्न यूज नहीं करता वेस्टर्न यूज नहीं करना था इंडिया चले पहले जिंदगी में पहली बार देखा था सब बात
सब वो है ना क्या बोलते प्रेशर वाले फ्लशर पानी को सब कुछ अच्छा है वहाँ दिल्ली से और हाथ धुलने का वो है टिश्यू को भी लगे हुए थे बाय चांस अच्छा अच्छा से प्रयास हो गया कितने साल हो गए मैं 2 साल की थी उस टाइम गए थे ट्रेनिंग में अभी 5 साल की हो गई 3 साल बाद बैठे हैं ट्रेनिंग में
Let us see about the second tranche of Prime Minister Swanidhi loan scheme. Eligibility criteria. Branches shall ensure that the first loan is marked as closed. For processing the second loan, the claims of first loan settled by CGTMSE are not eligible for second tranche. Loan amount and loan tenor. Minimum amount rupees 15,000. Maximum amount rupees 20,000. Loan tenor is up to 18 months. Scheme code and ROI. Scheme code 104600. Rate of interest RLLR plus 1.05%. Interest subsidy and credit guarantee. Interest subsidy is 7% up to 31st of March 2028. CGTMSE coverage is available on all second tranche loans up to 31st of March 2028. Click Next to continue. Let us now look at the third tranche of PM Swanidhi scheme. Click on each numbers to know more about the features. Let us now look at the eligibility. Please go through the below points and click close to continue.
तुम लोग सब वापस हो जाओ करवा ला कल रात होगी करवा के लाओ ताको चल वॉशरूम करवा के लाते हैं one more second. लो मेरी की भी
Loan amount. Minimum amount is rupees 30,000. Maximum amount is rupees 50,000. Click close to continue. Interest subsidy. 7% up to March 2028 and interest subsidy claims will be paid only for the period during which the account has remained standard. Click close to product code and MIS. Product code is 711. Scheme code is 111200. Third tranche PM Swanidhi Street Vendors Atmanirbhar Nidhi. Click close to continue. Loan tenor. Loan tenor is 36 months. However, street vendors, SVs, can prepay without any prepayment penalty. Click close to continue.
छोटा छोटा जूते बना दो
Moratorium.
ये तो
Moratorium is nil.
नीचे
Click close to continue. Rate of interest. Rate of interest is RLLR plus 1.05%. Click close to continue. Credit score. Credit score is not applicable as the beneficiary would have already availed and fully repaid 2 loans under PM Swanidhi earlier. However, loans under the scheme shall not be considered to beneficiaries that are NPA in any of the existing credit facilities availed by them. Click close. Thank you, madam, for letting me know about PMSV Nidhi scheme. Now I can educate few street vendors regarding the same and help them access credit. Welcome, madam. You have successfully completed the module on PM Swanidhi. Click on